Due to the graphic nature of this program, viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, my name is Brittany Linke and welcome to a Redline JTV special. Today we have a special treat about two special individuals. You see them at your schools as teachers and as students, at your local grocery stores and on your news programs. But no one has been able to truly get inside the minds of our featured guests. But we here at Redline JTV have had the opportunity, and you'll see our exclusive interview here tonight as we go inside the minds of George and Lou. George and Lou's relationship isn't just black and white. It is much more complicated than that. They've known each other longer than they even seem to know. We want to know, who were these two old guys that were accused of hitting children and peeing on rides of Great Adventure? We want to ask questions like, why is Lou hard of hearing? And who in their right mind would marry a man like George? We had the opportunity to do an exclusive interview with them at their Jackson, New Jersey estate that will be broken up into 3 parts. How do they live now, their past, and a follow-up interview. Here's what we uncovered in part 1, how they live now. We pulled up to George and Lou's neighborhood in Jackson, New Jersey. It seemed like a quiet place that elders can sit and relax.
Young lady, why are you in my daggone driveway?
Hi,
Get
Mr.
off my driveway. Get off my driveway.
We're here for your
Hold it,
interview.
cops. Somebody on the driveway.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Brittany Linke. I'm here for your interview today.
Oh! Calm down. They're here for the interview. You're here for the interview?
Yes.
They're here for the interview.
Oh, the interview!
Yes. Oh my goodness. So glad you're coming. Oh my. Go inside. Tell Consuela go.
Tell who?
Take Consuela. Go inside.
Consuela!
Go inside.
Consuela!
Oh, there you go, young lady. All right. Come on in, everybody. Come on in the house.
Very nice.
Yeah, right? It's beautiful.
It's very
It's
nice.
very beautiful.
This is where we live.
All right. Before we start the interview, how about we show you the bedroom?
Oh, me first. This is where the magic happens.
When we arrived, George and Lou took us to their bedroom.
This is our bedroom. Me and George sleep on the bed right here.
It's very nice. Now, Mr. Patton, I see you only have one bed.
What?
Do you, Mr. Washington, sleep in the same bed?
Of course we sleep in the same bed. It's a recession.
Excuse me?
We got to conserve electricities. We can't be sleeping all over the damn house. It's the recession. We sleep right here in this damn bed because we want to conserve our water bills.
Oh, okay. Lou, where does your wife sleep then?
She sleeps on the floor. We put a mat for her right there.
Hi, I'm Matt.
Okay, how about you show me your grandson, Michael's room?
Michael! You mean Michelle?
Michael! The Michael! Oh, Michael!
Oh, Michelle. Okay, let's go. Michelle!
I'm not gonna tell you again, his name is Michael, not Michelle!
We then took a trip down the hall to visit Lou's grandson. We were met with quite a surprise.
Oh, this is my grandson, Michelle's room. He's always studying in here. Michelle! Michelle!
Grandpa, what the hell? Why are there cameras here?
They're here to make me famous. They're gonna put me on my television.
I'm trying to study here. I have an exam tomorrow.
He's always studying with his pants down. You think with all the studying he does, he'd be getting better grades?
I used to think it was weird that the boy used to study with his pants off all the doggone time. But then he showed me some article on the book face that says studying with your pants off is good for you. So now, when I go to the park and read, I take off my pants.
I mean, can you leave me be?
All right, boy, bye.
All right, let's leave him alone.
And you better be getting some better grades for all that studying, making all that racket.
If you need us, we'll be downstairs.
We then went downstairs to set up for the interview.
So before we start, does anybody want anything to drink?
I'll have a glass of water, please.
Consuela, get your Mexican behind in here and get some water for these white folk.
Who is Consuela?
She's this Mexican lady we have to come and does the chores in the house. She cooks, she cleans, and she's a whore.
I'm actually not Mexican or a lady. I'm a man, and I'm Chinese and Irish. And my name's not Consuela either, it's Dominic. I tried correcting them for like the first month, but I eventually just gave up. As long as they keep paying me as much as they do, they can call me whatever they want.
Consuela, hurry up! Goodness gracious.
She's always taking her time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Consuela.
Thank you very much.
Wow, this is quite refreshing.
Yeah, you think this water's good? You should try some of Consuela's world-famous Mexican tacos. She makes the best tacos in all of Jackson.
Consuela, bring us some of the tacos you made this morning.
Oh, fresh tacos!
Thank you.
Oh, goodness, yes. Oh, my
Nice
goodness.
and fresh. I like when you put it in this wrapper thing and make it
This
look
is
professional.
amazing. These tacos are so good.
Yeah, I don't really know how to cook, so I just use the money they give me to go and buy Taco Bell. The funny thing is they have no idea. In the beginning, I used to take the wrappers off and like hide the bag, but now I don't even bother.
Consuela, that Mexican know how to cook.
I wish my wife cooked tacos like these.
Consuela is a role model for women all over doggone world. Now women nowadays want to go and get a job and want to go and be a construction worker, stay behind in the kitchen, make
Amen.
food, just like this, like Consuela. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Hallelujah.
Stay behind in
Hallelujah.
the kitchen.
Hallelujah.
Well, George, don't you think that statement you just made is a bit sexist?
No, I will not have sex with you. Disgusting.
No, George, what I was trying to say is some women might think that's kind of offensive.
Offensive, offensive. What the hell you young folk over talking about being politically incorrect and politically correct? I don't care if I'm correct or I'm incorrect. I'm gonna say how I doggone feel. Because if I don't say how I doggone feel, who gonna say how I doggone feel? Not you.
Michelle, quit studying so loud.
That boy, if that boy studying out of this, he won't break the doggone seal.
All the neighbors can hear you studying.
That was part 1 of George and Lou's interview. Come back later for part 2 as we discuss their past.
Last time on Redline JTV.
Hello, my name is Brittany Linky and welcome to a Redline JTV special. Today we have a special treat about 2 special individuals.
Why you my daggone driveway?
Hi,
Get
Mr.
off my driveway. Get off my driveway.
We're here for your
Call the
interview.
cops. Somebody on the driveway.
We put a mat for her right there. Michelle! Michelle!
Grandpa, why the cam? What the hell? Why the cameras here?
She's this Mexican lady we have to come and does the chores in the house. She cooks, she cleans, and she's a whore.
They can call me whatever they want. They can call me whatever they want. They can call me whatever they want.
She's a whore.
Welcome back. In part 2 of this Redline JTV special, we will be discussing George and Lou's past, from growing up in Montgomery to the Vietnam War. This will also be including what you've all been waiting for, how they met. Okay, Lou, let's start with you. Tell us a little bit about your past. Like, when and where were you born?
I was born in Bloomfield, Vermont in 1946, somewhere between July 24th and July 30th. The doctors aren't really sure.
You don't know your own birth date.
No, the thing is, my biological mother, the real one, the one who pushed me out, she put me in a parking lot when I was a child. And then my second mother found me.
Wow, you're adopted. That's fascinating.
Yeah, my second mother lived in Montgomery, Alabama, so that's where I grew up my whole life.
Did you have any siblings?
No, I was the only child. The only one. The only one.
Okay, George, how about you?
I was born in Montgomery, Alabama on September 4th, or was it the 5th? No, it was the 7th. I tell you, it was the 7th. 1942. I was the second of 5 children. I'm gonna name them all right now. You ready? Hold on. There was my mother, Latoya. There was my father, Leroy. There was my little brother, Tyrone. There was my older brother, T-Rone. There was my sister, Sequoia. And there was my other sister, Shaquita. And then we had one more sister, and her name was Latonya. And boy, did I love my big family, and boy, did I love Montgomery. You, didn't you love Montgomery too?
What? Who's Montgomery?
Where we grew up at. Didn't you love that town? Wasn't it a beautiful town to grow up in?
You want to know something? Actually, now that I remember my childhood, I had the best lemonade stand in Montgomery. The best lemonade on the block. Nobody beat me.
I had a lemonade stand too, Lou, in Montgomery, Alabama. I had the best lemonade in town. Let me tell you something about lemonade. I would take a picture, and I would put in the picture, I would put some water in the picture. Then I would take some lemon, squeeze the lemon good. I picked the lemon from the backyard, so they're the best lemon you can get. I would squeeze the lemon, I would put some sugar in there, some good sugar, and I would put a little bit of peat. Not too much peat, just a hint of peat to make it all yellow, and I was the best. And I had the best lemonade stand till some little white boy across from me started selling lemonade.
I have the same story except for the P. And my boy was not white, he was black, and he lived right across the street, and he tried to outsell me in lemonade. I sold mine for 3 cents.
That same thing happened to me. That little white boy across from me don't try to tell me right across from me. I had to lower mine to 2 cents.
Well, I had the same situation. He lowered his to 2 cents, so I lowered mine to 1 cent.
Yeah, he did the same thing. And that dumb old white boy thought that he could outsell me. I gave my lemonade out for free.
Well, once he gave his out for free, I thought there was no way he could beat me because I started paying people 10 cents to drink my lemonade.
Wow, that's so ironic that both of you know individuals who sold lemonade in Montgomery, Alabama. And the descriptions you gave are so familiar.
What are you trying to say?
Maybe the little black boy who sold lemonade was George.
You need to shut your doggone mouth. I did not meet you until I was in the army. You're so damn rude and you need to mind your damn business.
I'm sorry, Mr. Washington. I just thought your stories were similar. Let's move on. Lou, I hear you have a problem hearing.
What?
Boy, she said you can't hear nothing when we don't speak to you.
What did he say?
Boy, he said we can't hear nothing when I don't speak to you.
Oh, you can't. I can't hear.
Yes.
I thought you meant you can't hear.
No, I'm talking about you, and that's why I was pointing at you and giving you a signal. You, I'm talking to you.
I can explain the story to you if you let me talk.
All right, but tell the doggone white lady the story.
But you never heard it either.
All right, but tell me too. Tell everybody in the room. Hurry up.
Okay, here's the story. The mother who adopted me, the second mother, not the one who pushed me out, the one in Montgomery, Alabama, she was Lebanese, and she had this weird way of waking me up every morning. Weird, I tell you. Eventually, of months of doing that, and even years, she blew out my eardrums. And that's why I can't hear very well.
I told this boy to get a doggone hearing aid, but he said Becca said it don't make me look all sexy.
Becca said it doesn't look sexy, and what Becca says goes.
Okay, how about we just move on to later in your lives? Did any of you guys serve any time in the armed forces?
Yes, I was drafted into Vietnam.
And my father made me go.
Did you spend any time in any wars?
Yeah, I fought in the Vietnam War against the Soviets.
The Vietnam War against the Soviets.
Yeah, I was stationed in Afghanistan.
I remember one time when I was shot in Vietnam.
I was shot in Vietnam too. I remember fighting the Vietnam War against the Soviets.
No. It was the Russians.
No, now that I'm thinking about it, it had to be Mexicans.
No, it was the Germans.
I don't remember who it was, but there was blue suits, and we was running around. It was a big war, and I was scared. So we're in there, and we're in the war, and there's lots of loud noises, and everything is blown up, and people shooting each other because that's what you do in war. And I was scared, and my drill sergeant's face was so tough. He would run around saying, I'm gonna smack you 2 times. Smack, smack, and smack him in the head. I was scared, so I ran in the other direction because I ain't trying to get shot. I'm too young for this doggone mess. I hide behind the tree, and I'm breathing behind the tree because that's what you do in the war. You like to breathe. You get the nose and the mouth, and you go, you're breathing like that. So then I was so scared, I was running with all my might. And I got stuck in the doggone bear trap and caught my foot. And I was so stuck. I was stuck there between 2 and 94 hours. One of the 2, I don't remember which one. But then, out of nowhere, I see in the corner of my eye an American walking towards me. So I waved my arms and I said, excuse me, sir, come help me. I'm an American. I'm stuck in a doggone trap.
Okay, so I was walking through the forest, and I see this guy, okay? And he was, okay, wait, alright, what happened? Okay, I just saw somebody's arms waving, and by the time, wait, what happened? Okay, he was in the forest, and he was moving and such. And I could just tell by the way he was moving and such, that his mouth was not moving like an Englishman would from America. So I shot him, right on the spot.
I got him! Yes! America! USA!
This mother Frank shot me in my doggone leg. My doggone leg. So you know what I did? I could not. I started crying for about 2 seconds, but I picked up my gun. I picked it up, and I took my gun, and I shot that naked cat right back in his doggone leg. See how you like that?
And right before I knew it, I was shot in my leg.
USA! I shot him! Oh, my leg!
Oh, it hurt like fire. Like somebody had a match and they were putting it over my leg and it wouldn't stop. Like fire. Like the stuff that burns.
Oh, my leg is on fire! It's on fire!
It was in my leg because that's what the bullet did. Because it was on fire. And I couldn't know what to do. So we went to the medical bay because it was on fire.
At this point in time, I came to the conclusion that neither of them actually realized that they had in fact shot each other. They believed the first time they met was later on in the medical bay.
Don't drop me. Don't drop me. Okay. Thank you, Nurse Joy. Oh, what a pretty nurse. So what are you in for?
Some doggone idiot shot me in my doggone leg.
Some idiot shot me too. Those dang Canadians are tricky. So where are you from?
Montgomery, Alabama.
I'm from Montgomery too.
Would you two like some lemonade?
I love lemonade. It's so good.
Oh, I love lemonade too. Even though it looks like pee, I still love it.
I'll go get some cups.
Did we just become best friends?
Yeah.
Oh, my leg.
All right.
Last time on Redline JTV.
The thing is, my biological mother, the real one, the one who pushed me out, she put me in a parking lot when I was a child.
Put some sugar in there, some good sugar, and I will put a little bit of pee. Not too much pee, just a hint of pee to make it all yellow.
I remember one time when I was shot in Vietnam.
I was shot in Vietnam too.
Oh, my leg! My leg!
Did we just become best friends?
Yeah.
We now continue with our interview from part 2.
We had conversations on the phone all the time, and he was always calling people naked cats.
That's what I call a doggone idiot. A naked cat. Because there ain't nothing worse than being naked, and there ain't nothing worse than being a doggone cat.
Okay, we're getting a bit off topic here. George, let's start with you. After the war, did you get married?
Yes, I got married to the most nagging woman in the doggone world. All day, she just nagged me. Yes, I fed the doggone cat. Now shut up. No, I did not have sex with your brother. Yes, I wipe my doggone butt. Now shut up before I poop on your face. One of the happiest moments in my doggone life is when she finally died. I never heard so much silence. I was hopping around the house. She dead.
Okay, George, did you have any kids?
Yes, I had one doggone daughter, but I don't speak to that little tramp because she got a mouth like a doggone pilot.
My father, he is annoying as Let me tell you what he did the other day.
Lou, how about you? Did you have a wife and kids?
Well, I divorced my first wife, but I did marry a second one.
Why did you divorce your wife?
She was getting touched by way too many guys.
People were poking me on Facebook. He didn't understand they weren't actually touching me.
But I did found my second wife, and her name is Becca. She's a keeper.
Well, Lou, she looks a lot younger than you. Can you tell us how you met?
Well, funny story. I was at a playground eating some ice cream, and oh my god, she's massaging me right now. I love it when she massages me. So we're at the playground, I'm eating ice cream, and she comes up, she's all by herself, and she's just like, "Sir, can you buy me ice cream?" And before you know it, we're married. Okay, honey, go play with the new Barbie set I got for you, alright? Go, run along.
Wow, that's interesting. Let's move on. Why is Michael living with you?
Very simple question. His mother's a crackhead.
They tried to make me go to rehab, but I said no.
Okay, Lou, so after you got out of the war, what'd you do for a living?
I was a pole scrubber.
And you, George?
I used to do infomercials like that white man, Billy Gates.
The next day, I set up a final interview with them to wrap things up.
No, I don't want girl style cooking for the camp top today. No more.
No, Mr. Washington, we were here yesterday for the interview.
Who's that?
You know this young lady.
No, I don't.
I don't know you and I don't know you. Get your behind out of here.
TV?
JT, I don't watch that nasty channel, nasty. Get out of here. Get out. Call the cops, Lou, because I don't play. Get off my doggone stoop. Get off my doggone stoop before I call the cops. What?
We were just...
Get out of here now. Get out of here now.
It seems as if George and Lou had forgotten who I was. Their Alzheimer's was advancing at a much faster rate than I had anticipated. However, the moments that I were able to spend with them were fascinating. I learned about their upbringing in Montgomery, family, time spent in the war, their love lives, Most importantly, I got to learn about the bond that brought these two together. They're a perfect match because they're both so damn stupid. They're so damn stupid.
Thank you for joining us here on Redline JTV. Next time, we will have a very fascinating interview with a very fascinating person, Frank the Drill Sergeant. Until next time, see you, New Jersey.